Sven, it's really, really good when one of these super tanky heroes jumps into the entire team and, gets wrecked with like tons of break and damage over time. Because Darkseer as well as Invoker, if the Viper or the PA are jumped and get called, then the Invoker can just Deafening Blast, the Invoker can just Tornado. There's a lot of great answers when the enemy jumps you. And Luna Galaxy, they got about 30 seconds remaining to come up with a last pick here. Wind Ranger for Stoichkov. I mean, it's his favorite hero, more or less. On the other hand, though, Wind Ranger into Viper and PA feels so risky, right? Especially into the PA, because if you get jumped and like instantly crit, with PA having a crit loaded up for you, you can imagine how that one's gonna go. You can imagine just what a pain in the ass that is. And yeah, I'm just waiting to load in, because then I can disconnect and see if restarting Dota with some launch option is gonna, fix the audio issue. Alright, there's the load in. And with that, we got double 0-minute smoke coming up here. Okay, I'm gonna try to close Dota real quick right now. I'm terribly sorry, but this audio issue is just messing me up. And I know some of you are gonna be mad about that too, so let's see if some launch options are gonna fix the issue. Verify integrity of game files, launching Dota. Just give me a sec. If you ever need a shoulder, you know where to find me. Stop chasing all the city lights. Well, now my Dota is completely bugged, so that's great, but apparently we can load in. We still don't have any sound, though. Oh, this sucks. I spectated the entire game before this one, and sound was working just fine. It's literally this game that freaking broke it, and as you can see, commands aren't doing anything. We even missed the freaking first blood for that. I'm terribly sorry. Well, it looks like not just the first blood, but this one we're actually gonna be here to catch Mr. Luck running for his life on the Darkseer. Darkseer taken dangerously low, but so is Kidaro. Mr. Luck is gonna go down. Kidaro still surviving on that Warlock. He's tanking through the Invoker's right clicks, and he still has a Fairy Fire, so he baits Invoker into being Fatal Bounced here. The Invoker with the Sven stun is gonna drop even lower, and that will be a double kill for Theo Liquor. LeBron, meanwhile, still chasing after Kidaro. He really wants this kill, and Kidaro is gonna go down to LeBron on that Dark Willow. Dark Willow immediately teleporting out to the safe lane, because, yeah, Phantom Assassin not bound to have a good lane against the Axe. Even though at level 1 it's not that bad, and you can give PA a bit of solo XP, because she got daggers to last it with, she got daggers to deal with that battle hunger. But you do need to keep this axe down, or PA is just gonna have a really hard time before she hits her level 6. Why the hell is my Dota sound so bugged? It sucks so much. Maybe this fixes it. Nope. Well, chat, I'm trying. Over on bottom, Invoker and Darkseer are already seeing why, Sven plus Warlock is such a great lane. You get an insane amount of harass just out of the Fatal Bonds, and guess what? Sven also has that cleave, so two people are suddenly gonna, get upheaval together, like right next to one another. They are both just gonna melt and die. Dark Willow on top lane, pulling some shenanigans. LeBron, he still has a lot of health, but there is two people with slow chasing after him. Battle Hunger committed. Lots and lots of damage. He does have a Fairy Fire, but that Fairy Fire I don't think is gonna save him. One more right click from Dalai Lama does the trick. And with that, it's a 1k gold lead for the side of Luna Galaxy already. Exactly the start they needed. Because we've talked about that. Sven is a hero that's all about being faster than the PA. As for the bottom lane, well, as long as Invoker doesn't have XP, as long as Darkseer doesn't even have all 2 Iron Shells, Sven is just gonna remain free farming, which is really good because as you can see last hit-wise, he's still a bit behind Otaker. Just from being a really hard hero to lane at level 1 especially, but also against the Iron Shell until you have enough damage to kill Iron Shelled creeps quickly. Okay, another second I can use to try and fix my freaking audio. But yeah, I tried every one of my audio devices, and these are my monitors, so OBS will not be picking them up. Should either be like this one, which is my external sound card, which Dota apparently no longer supports, or like default audio, and neither of them is doing anything. So that just kinda sucks. I mean, knowing Dota, it will be fixed within 24 hours, but still. Exactly right, like pretty much 4 hours before the series started, they like introduced a patch that fixed the hey, I can make everybody get kicked from the lobby issue, and instead, made sound cards no longer work. Great. Darkseer should be able to get away. Warlock tried to catch him with the upheaval, and for that Kidaro could be in a bit of trouble, but he does still have a Fairy Fire of his own. Does still have a lot of regen left to work with. Over on top lane, LeBron taking a little bit low health himself. And, well, it seems like the Luna fans in chat are already getting really hyped for Sven having a decent start. Well, more importantly, Sven and his base creator aren't really losing the lane. That's the most important bit. Whereas Otaker, sure, he is free farming all game so far, but it is a Battle Fury hero, so eventually he's gonna be running around with a lot of gold in his inventory. There's a TP on the mid lane, but Theo Liquor did get a concussive shot, or not a concussive shot, did get an Arcane Bolt to fly after him for ages, and that's the nice thing about Arcane Bolt. It gives you vision. You can go for some really long-range power shot snipes. So now Viper has gotten the first death. Luna, they are off to that fast start. They wanted it with the Fatal Bonds, as well as a lot of right-click damage from the Sven. This is what I mean. It's not about cleaving enemy heroes. It's about cleaving multiple heroes who are fatal bonded to the creeps by hitting the creeps. It's so great. Well, it's not great to lane against. And I think that's what Marsbet need to find a solution for. Because I do still love Marsbet's draft. I do still think this Wind Ranger can be punished for being such a squishy hero. But Stoichkov, he's going 1-0 and 1, and Wind Ranger, she's only really squishy in the early game. Eventually that hero is gonna get a BKB, or is gonna get a Lincoln Sphere, or is gonna get anything of the sort to make her so much harder to kill. And I think they really want to kill off the Wind Ranger before that. Cause, yeah, I don't know. I feel like Sven isn't the issue yet. He is gonna be the issue really freaking soon. It's Yuma we're talking about here. And he has, like, spammed about 100 Sven games just this patch. But I don't know. I feel like the optimal way to, play this is, okay, for now we got the Brawl for the Wisdom runes. Wait for it. Who's gonna get it? Yeah, I thought so. Jeezy, he was just waiting with the Tornado invoked. Now invokes into... Oh, no mana. Okay, fair enough. Darkseer is still there to finish off the kill. But yeah, the optimal way to play this for the side of Marsbet, while the Kidaro kill is nice and pickoffs are important, I do think they really want to pick off onto Stoichkov, with maybe a smoke towards the mid lane, or the next time runes are gonna spawn, just rotate both supports over instead of just one. Theo Licor getting slowed up, getting rooted up. In comes the PA with crit after crit, and down goes the Skyrev mage. Viper taking some rapid fire to the face from Wind Ranger, but in comes the axe, slam dunking down Mobe, and Stoichkov, bam, goes on down to Jeezy with that final EMP. More importantly though, that EMP burned all of X's mana, so Dalai Lama doesn't really have the means to defend himself anymore, and this is what I'm talking about. They rotate on the mid lane, they kill the Wind Ranger. They are exactly there for that 8-minute power rune timing. Perfectly played, exactly what I just said they needed to do. And yeah, I think Marsbet are gonna be really freaking pleased with that. They are gonna try to run down Kidaro with a stun, with the cold snap. They connect the urn, but that shield rune is gonna save the Warlock's life, even though he is gonna lose a lot of mana for that. And now this is a game. Now this is actually, a real competition, though it is still looking better for the Templar Assassin. As you can see, Lunar Galaxy, their win rate is suddenly dropping quite quickly after just the Wind Ranger dying once. And chat, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna flame the axe, cause for one, axe is going positive with some harvested armor already. But more importantly, yeah, he didn't really stop PA from free farming, but PA is only out of control after she got her Battle Fury plus one item. So as long as they kill the PA sooner rather than later, that's gonna be fine. They will kill a Willow for now, which, I mean, it's not a carry kill, but it does allow them to steal some bounty runes, so it results in still a lot of gold going the way of Team Lunar Galaxy. And Stoichkov, with an ultimate, is gonna run down Mobe, is gonna just pin him to a tree, and with that, it's gonna be a quick and easy looking Mobe Viper kill. And the Mobe Viper, it's supposed to be legendary. Like, I'm a German citizen, so, oh wait, Kidaro is gonna get killed off. Now Kidaro's golem is about to feed the PA. And see, this is a bigger issue. This is the bigger issue than PA having a good lane and Sven having a good lane as well. The reason Sven had such a good lane is why the win rate is still favoring Lunar Galaxy by just a little bit. Though PA's Battle Fury timing is just gonna be sick. But yeah, as I was saying, I'm a German, and, well, most of the gaming stuff I do, it's actually, or it used to be before Corona, it used to be a lot of LAN events and stuff like that. And one of the people you will hear about at the, like, biggest German Dota year every year is freaking Mobe and his Viper. Like, this guy has gotten quite a reputation for just being, such a cancerous, annoying mid laner, that at the LAN you will get compared to him for counter picking, like, oh, don't be such a tryhard, you're picking like Mobe. And it's hilarious to me. He's not the best German player there is, but like just going by the nationality, but he's definitely the most annoying to lane against, and it's so funny to me. It kind of reminds me of the old Vater, who I was really fond of, who I really miss, the Vater that used to, buy flying couriers to keep in his inventory during TI semifinals and then end up throwing TI semifinals. Anyone else remember that? Oh, I was watching that. It was hilarious to me. As for this game, well, over on the mid lane, as you can see, Stoichkov, he's doing exactly what he was picked to do. Make space, while Yuma, with his ultimate, is farming as fast as he can, but Phantom Assassin also has had enough space for her Battle Fury, so she is gonna hit that flash farm timing. And now the question is, can they keep Phantom Assassin from farming? Mid tier 1 will be falling. And there is an Invis rune which Stoichkov can do to perhaps set up a kill on the PA, but they're not gonna rotate towards the PA, instead sending Kidaro to do some baiting on the bottom lane. Axe gets the blink call, revealing his blink dagger with a mystic flare, and Davai Lama makes absolutely sure to get a culling blade extra stack of armor, because yeah, those stacks of armor are... Wait, what? What the hell's happening? Lots of all chatting happening. The stacks are gonna be stolen here. Otaker gets ran down now, so Stoichkov, he actually did plan to use the gank from that Invis rune to open up on Otaker. And can he get... Oh no, he missed the stun. Stoichkov, is he gonna survive this at least? Yeah, he is, because his ultimate is still gonna persist on the Phantom Assassin. Wind Ranger running for her life, does have Sven to back her up, but guess what? Axe in the meantime, he died over on the bottom lane to all of that magical damage from the Darkseer. So, while Stoichkov, he created the space he wanted, he didn't get the kill he wanted. Could be better, could be worse. They will get the top tier 1 tower for that and will continue to open up more space across the map. So what the hell just happened in the all chat? Wait, first we got a dust reveal on the invoker with silence, and there's the stun, there is the flare. So yeah, where did they start trash talking? Dalai Lama tipped Mobe and said raus, which means out in German. Invoker responded with the Cerza de la Muerte voice line, but somebody, miss, sorry? Admin we won, question mark. And this is weirding me out. Why did LeBron just ask admin we won, question mark? Warlock is gonna be locked down and killed off with some help of Mr. Luck. And, well, looks like nobody really wants to continue this brawl on the bottom lane, as Mr. Luck, he may have an ultimate, but he doesn't have that much mana. And it's not like Invoker is the best Iron Shell carrier. The Sven team only got a 2k gold lead so far, and as you can see, like every time they just go farming instead of running at kills, the win rate is suddenly going down and climbing in favor of the Marsbet team again. Because PA, she is getting there quite quickly. Mr. Luck got power shotted over on the bottom lane with the tier 1 tower now going down. Power shot from the Wind Ranger of the Mark. Oh, really, chat? I don't have any in-game audio. It's not like I didn't try to fix that issue for like a solid 20 minutes now. Restarted my PC, restarted my Dota, and it's still not fixed. Dalai Lama is gonna get a kill on LeBron Dota there. But yeah, basically I have an like external sound card. Like a relatively new and fancy one even. But Dota doesn't support external sound cards anymore. Like look at this. Look at this. All of my audio output devices are now input devices. Like these HDA Nvidias, those are for my screen audio, but the other two, they're supposed to be labeled as input devices. So Dota just thinks that, you know, my sound card for my speakers is now a microphone. So until the patch, I cannot fix that without risking to mess up even more of my PC. And I am running Linux specifically so that I can tinker around with shit like that. But I'm not gonna risk it when official Dota devs already said like, oh yeah, give us 24 hours and it's fixed. Now you know who wishes he had like 24 hours or even a minute to get out of there. It's Mobay, who's instead just gonna give another point of armor to X with a beautiful gang towards the bottom lane, as Kidaro on the mid lane is probably gonna die for that, but he gets a nice ultimate. He's tanking through so much there, and Kidaro is dead, but he did get the golem down, and Sven teleports in to threaten everybody away from pushing that tower. Now Jeezy with the Invis. I wonder what he's got on the courier. He will take that regen rune, is looking to set something up on the Invoker. And, well, with 3k gold now, it's still not looking too free for the Sven team. Like, as you can see, every time they go back to farming, every time they go back to not making kills, to not running after people, the win rate goes down and PA becomes more terrifying. But realizing that it looks like Luna Galaxy are going to head into the Roshan pit, are going to just right-click the crap out of Roche, as that one is gonna be falling relatively quickly. Now, meanwhile, LeBron Dota will be caught with the X. Mystic Flare gets dropped too late, and they just wasted the Mystic Flare for that. I know Mystic Flare is bugged and kinda hard to see, but they did drop it just now, and that means everybody has to back off from this Roche pit, and they can no longer teamfight this. They are gonna try again with 45 seconds on the God Strength cooldown and 30 on the Golem. Oh man, they immediately get scanned out. And there's the wraparound from Jeezy, who knows full well, hey, that was pretty much all the resources we need to keep track of. All the resources big enough that they can potentially cost us this game. Already expanded. Roshan is going to take quite a beating. In comes the tornado from Invoker, and there is the amazing vacuum into just 3 hits from the Sven. And 3 hits are enough to kill off a Dark Willow as well as Mobay's Viper. Theolikor with the Ghost Scepter still saved. Roche is gonna head to his summer home, but there's that golem finally off cooldown, as Sven is just 3 seconds off the God Strength. But doesn't want to continue this? Does he want to continue this? They're just gonna use... Okay, no, they're gonna teleport out. Fair enough. Sven doesn't really have any mana. I mean, this Roche is still super low, and I think PA is just gonna get it. They just gave away the Roshan almost for free. Roche is gonna go down with an Aegis, going the way of Otaker, who's gonna have a Desolator in absolutely no time. Dalai Lama looking for a follow-up to that Warlock dying, but he's not quite in time with the blink. Warlock is gonna die. In exchange for that, though, he is gonna get an extra point of armor or two out of LeBron. And with that, well, for that Aegis, Invoker is gonna be caught as well. And that does seem a little bit overkill, a little bit useless. But hey, you do want to make sure Jeezy doesn't become too terrifying, because with that chart, he can pretty much just make this game super duper one-sided again. Invoker's shard is like a vacuum, and then it puts everybody on a heap for PA to cleave. Sven has just won a team fight by cleaving across everybody. Now it's PA's turn to do the same. And the gold lead is down to only 1000 gold, with the win rate almost being back to exactly 50-50. Yuma, it's time for him to start considering that MKB, and he will snatch that haste rune away from Mobe. It's gonna be a 4-man smoke up from the side of Lunar Galaxy, who still need to push the tempo. They are still the faster draft. The Sven draft always has to, be faster than PA. And Mobe, they are focusing Mobe's Viper. I think they know just how scary Mobe is. I think maybe one of them has heard before that, if you let Mobe pick Viper, you gotta make sure he cannot play the game. And they're doing that right now, but Kidaro, once again, is gonna be cleaved down for that, with an Invis PA abusing that Aghanim Scepter to stay on top of him. And with that Aghanim Scepter, Sven has some troubles here, man, fighting the PA until he presses God Strength and BKB, that is, with an X right next to him. PA doesn't want to go anymore, so they're just gonna run out of there. Because, yeah, PA is still a terrifying, terrifying hero that they need to respect. And Otaker, as you can see, he's running after them. He actually still wants to go. He knows, hey, my Battlefield time was great this game. X will be rooted up. Dalai Lama taking a lot of damage, but with that Blade Mail, he put everybody else on half health, and now Marsbet, they are gonna have to back themselves off. Wind Ranger gets herself a regen rune. And meanwhile, Yuma, he's finally about to get that MKB. It is high time for him to actually be able to hit PA, but at this rate, he is gonna be able to. Yuma being ran at. Otaka gets vision on him. The dagger flies, but nice blink away. And now they know that everybody is in that triangle, because PA, of course, isn't gonna go hunting alone. And Dalai Lama, he's surprisingly rich, going TP boots into Octarine Core just to be able to initiate, get out, and reinitiate constantly. But he has, however, the 10 freaking Culling Blade armor. So if nothing else works, at the very least, X can tank this PA for a while. PA's Aegis is now gonna expire, which means Otaker, despite going 4-0 and 4, didn't really get a lot done with that. To be fair, he did try, and they almost got that Sven kill if Sven hadn't blinked away, which would have been huge. But now if that egg is gone, Yuma knows, hey, we gotta end this. We gotta keep pushing the aggression. We gotta be a force to be reckoned with here. Because the moment they go back to farming, the win rate, like every time they, well, this was a team fight loss, but here they went farming, and here they went farming, and every time they go farming, the win rate just suddenly goes really, really, like, down for the side of Lunar Galaxy. So I think by now they should understand the message of this game, especially with Yuma now being ready to two-shot PA. Now, you know what I can do for you, chat? If you want, I can go to YouTube or something and, like, import some Dota 2 music for you. If you would prefer that, so at least we got battle music playing in the background. That can be arranged for. It's just Dota things, my speakers are a microphone. So, yeah, it's not outputting any sound at all. And chat keeps crying about that literally once a minute. Both teams are hunting, and it looks like if anyone is gonna find anything, it's gonna be Marsbet onto Dalai Lama, but Dalai Lama also just blinked away to safety and should be able to run himself out of there. Four-man gang squad still from Lunar Galaxy, but neither of these teams has connected on the other yet. And you remember what I say about nothing happening and PA farming? Well, she almost has her nullifier to prevent Sven from even pressing the BKB, which would be a definitive death sentence for him. Dalai Lama just trying to bait on the mid lane, but Viper is scouting that out with some illus. Is gotta be starting to split push. Mobe, he's still going 1 and 6. So getting that Manta sound, just sending Illus to split push constantly, is a really, really good way for him to get himself back into the game. Now a 5-man smoke with teleports onto the bottom lane, but Otaker, he is making sure to walk exactly per... Oh no, he hit the jungle camp, breaks the smoke on them. And it's gonna be Jeezy caught instead. Okay. Fair enough, fair enough. They're just gonna think it was a support invoker going toward here. So I don't think more is gonna come from this. They do point out, hey guys, let's just take control of the Roche pit on the side of Marsbet, but everybody from Marsbet is currently occupied otherwise. Mr. Luck taking a lot of damage from a double damaged Wind Ranger, and eventually they are gonna get him. In exchange, though, Stoichkov gets freaking one-shot. And I did tell you guys, Wind Ranger against PA is a bad pick just because PA one-shots you all the time. And she will not just one-shot that, she is also gonna tear through an Axe with over 30 points of armor. That's right, Axe ignored 2/3 of PA's damage there. And like 2 crits are still enough to kill him. 4-man smoke, Lunar Galaxy maintaining their 1k gold advantage, but I'm starting to be afraid that they didn't end this game fast enough at this rate. Roshan respawning in 40 seconds. Everybody now wants control around the Roche Pit, which Marsbet have already established. Invoker almost got a Blink Dagger too. If he can get the Blink Dagger before the Roche fight, it would be huge. Just the Deafening Blast Meteor alone, if you hit 2 people with it near the Roche Pit, it's huge. Because there... Ooh, initiation attempt from Sven, countered by Mobe perfectly. In comes the Mystic Flare, however, and with that BKB, well, guess what? Guess what, Mobe? Your Ghost Scepter, it's not gonna last that long. Now, Sven's BKB, however, has expired, and Sven is still running for his life, but Otaku, with the call plus Blade Mail, he did kill off PA. Now, Sven is about to die, as is Kidaro. Kidaro trying to run out. Sven will not make it out either. Mobe with the Ghost Scepter once again sustaining himself through Wind Rage, who's instead gonna run down Mr. Luck. Mr. Luck taking a lot of damage. In comes the Concussive Shot, but against the Surge, that's not gonna help you much. Davai Lama, meanwhile, got another call, this time around on Mobe, and with the Blade Mail, of course, he returns a lot of damage. Now, LeBron coming in, but he procs the Blade Mail, and he survives! This PA has been absolutely insane at killing the axe. So I think everybody else just kinda underestimated how tanky the axe is, how much he can handle with a Vanguard and a Blade Mail. That was ridiculous. Willow pretty much hit herself harder than... Like, she did herself more damage every time she hit the axe than she would deal damage to the axe. Roshan getting focus fired down by Stoichkov. So it is gonna be a very, very fast Aegis. And I think this Roshan kill, it's quintessential to get. But guess who's coming in? It's an Invoker smoked up with that Blink Dagger now ready. He's just gonna summon one of those little things. And thankfully Stoichkov, he does have level 3 ultimate, so Focus Fire is ready again for a team fight. And it looks like we're gonna have another team fight around the Roche Pit. Axe gets a perfect blink call, even if it's just onto 1 with the Sven jumping onto the Darkseer. Darkseer goes down, and look at how much Roche damage Sven dealt. He has the God Strength on still, so he is gonna use that God Strength to tear through the Roche, but in exchange for that Wind Ranger gets caught. And Mobe, he is just such a cancerous player. He's gonna get another kill. PA, meanwhile, kills off the Vailama with 2 crits. Sven got the Aegis, but he is gonna get critted for that. And now this Sven, he is in a really risky position. 2 heroes ready to follow up. He does manage to blink out. PA, though, jumping for the Sven. In comes the Mystic Flare, and oh no, the power shot is gonna mean PA goes down first. Yuma eats the cheese, though a lot of that got reduced by the vessel. Sven still trying to hit into Mobe, but Mobe has turned around onto Stoichkov. Stoichkov gets another ultimate out, which Mobe is immediately gonna counter with the Ghost Scepter. Power shot to help Theo Licor finish off Jeezy, but eventually that Wind Ranger is gonna die to the Viper. And Mobe with the double kill will succeed in carrying the fight around the Roche Pit, as Theo Licor is just running out of there for his life and will make it out. Bottom tier 2 tower getting split pushed in by Mobe with the Manta style, but everybody who deals real serious tower damage like the PA Invoker with the Alacrity, they have already been killed off in that fight, so it's not gonna be a lot of push, but it is gonna be for the first time in the game both the gold and the win percentage being in favor of Marsbet. This constant farming from Luna Galaxy when they really needed to be the aggressors, it may actually cost them this game if, you know, Luna Galaxy aren't able to win another team fight, take some tier 2s. PA about to have her BKB. Otaker only now starting to opt for some actually defensive items. And I wonder, what can they do about this constant Ghost Scepter spam against the Sven? Well, first of all, Sven is gonna get a lot of his mana burned. Yuma still trying to run out of there. They will drop the Darkseer wall on him to force out a BKB from the Sven. And even with that BKB, Sven doesn't feel comfortable turning around. So instead, Marsbet looking to hunt for more. On the bottom lane, Split pushing with the Dark Willow, though everybody is now looking to set up on a Dark Willow kill. LeBron Dota, he will get called out of his Shadow Realm, and with a Wind Ranger ultimate, easily killed off. Jeezy gets a Golem dropped for him, because they want that Invoker kill so badly with how much he does in a team fight, and that's Invoker dead. That is Dark Willow buying back as people are coming in to try and still make this a full-blown team fight. Mobe cancels his TP now, as the Lama is running around looking for a call setup. Sven, though, has been disarmed, has to run out of there, and is just gonna leave Stoichkov for dead. As Davai Lama didn't find his call, and now Davai Lama is just... Well, he has a BKB. He's just gonna BKB teleport out. Actually, a really, really nice move for him, because, yeah, the second you don't hit that call, the second you don't get an instant Blade Mail kill, it's pretty much over for the Axe. Bottom tier 2 getting shoved in with the Phantom Assassin as well. And it looks like Axe is still doing his best to farm up, while Kidaro on the bottom lane, he's about to die for creep cutting. Also, I gotta open the doorbell in just a second. Ooh, nice job. Okay, with that, be right back. Alright, I'm back, ladies and gentlemen. Just had to let the property manager, concierge, or whatever you call it in. So ignore some background noises happening. I think people at this point are used to that from me. Tormentor is gonna go the way of Kidaro with a 4-man smoke from the side of Marsbet. And it looks like Kidaro will be caught once again trying to cut creeps with the upheaval. Davai Lama goes for a BKB. And, well, even with the Blade Mail call, they are not gonna get any more kills done. So this game, it's actually starting to look really, really hard for the side of Lunar Galaxy. And I did tell you guys, every time they went farming, every single time they went farming, I made sure to point this out so nobody has any right to be salty that PA was the main beneficiary of that. Because now this PA is online, and I mean, they knew, alright, Lunar Galaxy, they played extremely aggressive to try and prevent exactly this from happening by pushing some towers. But they just don't have the delivery unless they hit that amazing 2-man combo with like an Axe call and Sven cleaving or something like that, you know? There are several ways to set up the Sven AoE combo, but you do need some kind of setup before you go teamfight now as Lunar Galaxy, meaning they are just gonna dogfight, they are just gonna dance around their opponents if if they know as much as I know, because that's always the thing. Keep in mind, chat, I'm pretty much sitting in the caster's seat. And I know all of this stuff that the players can't see while playing Dota, right? If they knew, hey, Marsbet are 5k ahead, they would be playing this differently. They would be going for smoke pickoffs. But they are probably thinking, hey, we're still 6 kills ahead. We just need to make sure not to lose our advantage and we can still win this. But instead, you know, Stoichkov, he just gets wrecked. And Axe goes for a blink call, and he does all too soon. Oh no! Oh, Tucker, he's probably gonna be able to live. Not just that, he lifesteals up and gets the kill on the Axe. That's gonna be the gem hitting the floor. And oh, PA messed up big time. Axe messed up big time there on the PA. Because if he would have ulted just a second later, he would have had the kill. He would have given his team the biggest comeback ever. And I mean, this Axe has done an amazing job. He is 16 and 6 still. Carried pretty much the entire early game. But yeah. Kidaro now also being ran after. Also, chat is literally like Viper isn't level 25 yet. Thank you for pointing out how powerful Viper gets at level 25 by becoming either a universal hero or by getting that Viper strike to be super duper spammable. But he's still half a level away from that level 25. Meaning, even with this push right now, there is still a bigger power curve coming in from the side of Marsbet, which they're gonna try to ride to the end of this game, if I had to guess. Or do you mean the Mobe like level 25 hero medal? Cause it's Mobe we're talking about here. He has like 3 accounts where he has really fancy medals on the Viper. And no, MOBA, like pro players, in my opinion, if a lot of them have a Smurf, they shouldn't be banned for that, because it was before Smurfing was banned when they made them. Sven comes finally trying to get some kills, trying to kill some people, but he doesn't have crits, he doesn't really have damage against anyone that isn't PA. Having gone for that MKB, he dies for 100 seconds, and now this is maybe not over for good Davai Lama. He wants to try again for redemption, but a double BKB and a nullifier. Instead, Stoichkov goes down, Axe goes down, Kidaro, a few more hits, is broken. The Ghost Scepter isn't gonna save him from an Invoker, and this is GG. Say what you will, I think it was GG the moment the fight around the Roche Pit was lost. I think that was the decisive moment. Because if they had gotten that Aegis on the Sven would have gone and pushed tier 2 towers, pushed tier 3 towers. This game could have lasted for another 20 minutes of both teams just being super duper strong. But after that Roche fight, Sven fell behind by having to kind of do everything for his team, and that's the issue here. The communication just wasn't there. They had 3 super high impact carries